It's getting that, like you've said that twice now, like you've just said it then, and your wife said it to you earlier, that about, you look at it as a habitat, it's, a meadow is not the only place where you're going to have wildlife, it is looking at everything not as a habitat.
Yeah.
And again, that's part of it, that's that mosaic habitat, especially with Dixter, where you have, like you said earlier, you have the bedding which you're turning over 3 times a year next to a porous granite wall,
Sure.
next to cut grass, next to meadow, next to a log pile. That interconnectedness, which is
Absolutely, and that's possible in a town, because I show a picture of Dixter with this old historic house and the flower-rich borders and the paving and the short grass and the meadows and the long grass, and then I show a housing estate in Hastings which has got the same. The buildings aren't porous, but they could be made porous by having the right sort of insect bricks and so on there, and swift nests and so on. And I show the mown grass, I show the paving, I show the long grass, and then it's just the same, it's just, and the rich borders that Dixter have got, well, that can be people's gardens. That will all add up to something. So there's nothing different. That both, can sort of move into each other. So it's out there for us to do. But I think guiding people is very important. People are nervous as well. They're nervous that a wildlife, and that's why it was interesting for us to be involved, because they think that a wildlife garden, they're thinking, oh, it's just going to be a bramble patch. That's what they're thinking, or it's going to be a nettle patch. So if you can show them that an ornamental garden can have a wildlife value, okay, that's one thing, then that's a great thing. If you can also show them or teach them that something that's wild and a weed like cowparsley is as beautiful as an ornamental plant, that's another thing, you see. So gardens can serve this purpose of just forming a link, because it's no good preaching to the people who already go to nature reserves and those, because they've already converted. So you want to try and convert the people who look at a bit of meadow and say, wow, that's a mess. Okay, you're not going to convert everybody, but